Hi, my name is Shazra Azmi. I'm working on a project called WebMoti for my master's thesis with my supervisors Deb Fells and Amira Denai. The aim of my thesis project, WebMoti, is to help support neurodiverse students in a hybrid classroom environment. Currently, the most common neurodevelopmental disorder is ADHD, also known as attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, that affects 1 in 21 individuals, which is approximately 1.8 million Canadians. Additionally, 1 in 66 individuals between the ages of 5 and 17 have been diagnosed with autism. This is roughly 1 to 2% of the Canadian population in Ontario, roughly 135,000 people. With so many neurodiverse individuals, appropriate resources are needed to support higher quality of life through the use of inclusive design strategies. With that many neurodiverse individuals, universities provide various accommodations to help build an inclusive environment for as many students as possible. For example, one of these accommodations can be attending classes virtually. However, one issue that exists within hybrid classes is that the virtual student often gets forgotten about and aren't able to gain their instructor's attention. This causes them to lose their sense of presence in the class. The aim of this research project is to find out what is the impact of WebModi on neurodiverse students' ability and opportunity to ask and answer questions, participate in class discussions, and balance sensory needs in university. The WebModi robot contains two cameras, each facing in opposite directions, one facing the board and the other facing the students in class, a robotic hand, and a directional microphone. The robot contains electronics and motors to process signal from the remote students to control the hand in a wave-like motion to mimic one raising and waving their hand in the classroom, as can be seen in the series of images below of the robotic hand waving from right to left. The hand is made to wave to help grab the instructor's attention when the virtual student has a question or wants to participate in a discussion, while the directional mic is controlled by the instructor to locate the students in the class who are speaking so that the virtual student is able to hear what they say. The next slide is a short demo of the system.
Any questions today?
I have a question.
Yes, of course.
When's the assignment due?
It will be due this coming Friday.
Right.
Oh, we have a virtual question. Yes, Chris.
When's the next assignment?
The following Friday.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
The image on this slide displays the screen that the virtual student will see, one facing the board, one facing the classroom, one facing the instructor, and an image of themselves. The virtual student will also have control over these cameras to turn them on or off, as well as to zoom in or out of the board. The duration of the study occurs over 3 classes, approximately over 3 weeks. The participants were video recorded for thematic analysis. Additionally, the participants completed questionnaires before the study began and after each class, as well as an interview at the end of the study. This study will contain both quantitative and qualitative data to understand the what and why of my research question. Some of the early results of this study show that the virtual students are able to gain their instructor's attention to ask questions during a lecture. This allowed them to feel a sense of presence otherwise lost in traditional hybrid classrooms. Having the WebMoti robot in the classroom does not disrupt any of the other students in class. However, one thing to keep in mind is to make sure that the hand is in the instructor's line of sight, as it can otherwise be missed, as well as to add some sound options while the hand raises. So some next steps that this research team is looking forward to is to add a sound feature while the hand is being raised to help gain the instructor's attention as mentioned in the previous slide, as well as to detach the mic and hand from each other so that the mic can be moved to the center of the classroom and the hand can be placed within the instructor's line of sight to ensure that the instructor will not miss the hand being raised. Before I conclude my presentation, I would like to acknowledge the Social Sciences and Humanities Research Council and the Inclusive Media Design Center research team at Toronto Metropolitan University, formerly known as Ryerson University. Thank you for listening to my presentation. If you'd like to contact me or my supervisors, you can reach us at the emails listed on the screen.